Hi, Mrs. Segura here. I'm gonna go over a practice test for second and third graders. First, we'll start with the listening test. We're gonna play the sound. You'll put I heard the sound, and once you do, you'll notice in the corner a check mark, and you'll put continue. Begin test now.
Listen to the sentence. Choose the picture that matches the sentence.
I had to scroll it up.
An octopus lives in the ocean.
So I'm going to pick the picture. When I tap on it, notice how you get the dark lines around it. Then I'll put next.
Listen to a story about Max.
One day in art class, Max learned how to make beads out of clay. He decided to make a necklace for his grandmother. Max brought home some clay and went to his room. When his grandmother knocked on the door, Max said, "Please don't come in. I am making a surprise." Max put some of the beads on a string to see what they looked like. He wasn't finished with the necklace yet. Max took the necklace to the kitchen to show his father. Max's grandmother walked in. Oh no, she saw Max's gift. Max frowned. He wanted to finish the necklace before his grandmother first saw it. Grandma looked at Max and smiled. "It's okay that it's not finished," she said. "I love it. How did you make it?" Max showed his grandmother how to make the beads out of clay. Together, they finished the necklace. Now answer the questions.
Put the pictures from the story in the correct order.
So I have to scroll up. Okay, so first he was making them. And what I do is I put my two fingers on the keyboard, on the little mouse board, and then one I drag down until you see the box get blue. Let me put this away. And I'm going to do this again. 2 fingers on the mouse board, drag one till the box turns blue, and then they're in order. Then I go next.
How did Max feel when his grandmother saw the necklace? Happy, sad, lonely.
So when I pick one, it darkens the circle. Now I know I only need to tap it once.
Listen to 2 students talking.
Do you want to play a game?
No, I want to finish reading my book. It's very good.
Now, answer the question. What does the boy want to do? Choose the correct picture.
So he wants to read his book. I'm going to tap on it. Notice how you see the dark lines and little spaces around, and that's the correct one. And I'm at the end of the test, so I'm going to touch the red one, submit it, and I'm going to go on to the other 3 tests that you'll be taking for the ELPA 21. Submit the tests. Yes. Log out. Okay. Next we have I think it's going to be speaking. So I'll take the whole practice test in. I'm going to skip one question so you can see what happens when you do skip a question. And remember to restate the question when answering and to put it, tell me as many details as you can. I heard the sound, continue, and you have to do this on every single one. This one you need to say your name. And you're going to need to allow. My name is Mrs. Segura. Then I tap on that a second time, and I always play it back to make sure it recorded what I said. My name is Mrs. Segura. If it doesn't record, you need to let your teacher know. You heard your recording. And you can always, every time you record, you have to say everything at that point. If you add more on a second recording, it'll erase your first recording.
Look carefully at the two pictures. Describe what is the same and what is different. Use as many details as you can.
Okay, so I'm going to look at both the pictures. And I noticed the man here, so I'm going to start with that. In the first picture, what is the same is that I see there's milk in both. The same man and woman are in both. And this woman's here. Now, what I see different is this man is doing something different in this one. He's holding a gallon jug. In this one, he's milking a cow. This woman is weighing lemons while this woman is weighing bears. This woman is pushing a boy in a cart. This one's pushing a boy in a car. And I see also some things in this picture that's not in this picture. I see a palm tree, some little monkeys, and a man juggling. And I see it's different here also. There's a carpet in this one and not a carpet in B. In the first pit, okay, so I play it back, and I'm not going to play the whole thing
Listen
back.
and answer the questions.
Some people like painting pictures and doing art projects. Some people like playing sports like soccer. Others like to read. What is your favorite activity to do?
My favorite activity is to paint. I think it's super fun, and I can paint all sorts of different things. My favorite activity is to paint. I think it's super fun, and I can paint all sorts of different things. So every time you record, remember, only whatever time you record, you hit the recording thing a second time to stop it, and then the arrow to play it back. Be sure you restate the question in the answer.
Why is that your favorite activity?
It's my favorite activity because I really love painting my dog and my family and flowers. It's my favorite activity because I really, okay, you will listen to it back. I'm trying to shorten the tape a little.
Watch the teacher. Then you will explain what happened.
Hi, class. Today, we are going to see what happens when we put a white flower in a cup of colored water. I have some water, purple food coloring, and a white flower. Now watch. First, put the food coloring in the water. Second, put the flower in the water. Third, wait overnight. Look, the white flower is now purple.
Can you tell me what just happened?
Now, tell the student what the teacher did. Start from the beginning. Use the pictures to help you.
I had to scroll down to find the microphone, and then I'm going to scroll back up to look at the picture. First, the woman put food coloring in the water. Then she put the flower in the water, and she waited overnight. And the next day, the flower turned purple. First, the woman put food coloring in the water. Then she put the flower in the water, and she waited overnight. And the next day, the flower turned purple. Okay, we're at the end of this test. Now we're going to go to the reading and then the writing tests. I'm trying to, I probably won't be playing back the answers for you, but you need to play back the answers for every single question to make sure it says what you want it to say. Because sometimes you may not record what you think you recorded. Okay, our next test, I'm still going to have to sign in with the sound. that I have to hear it. And grade. Okay, so next is the reading test.
Read about how to make a paper snowflake. Then answer the questions.
So you have to read what's on the left, and then after you read it, you drag the parts of the sentence in order. So I'll go ahead and read this to you, but you will be reading on your own. First, draw a circle on a piece of paper. Use a plate to help you. Second, cut out the circle with scissors. Next, find the circle in half. Fold the circle in half, then fold it in half again and 2 more times. Now cut out small holes in the folded paper. The more shapes you cut, the prettier the snowflake will be. So now, first I know, okay, you have to draw the circle. So I'm going to put my fingers on, 2 fingers on the drag on the board, and I'm going to drag it down. Oh, didn't go. Let's try it again. 2 fingers and drag one down till I get a dark blue. Next, I fold the paper. And finally, I cut the paper. I gotta hide myself here. Okay. So I could get it in there. There we go. Okay, put the arrow. And it says first draw a circle on a piece of paper. Use a plate to help you. Second, cut the circle out the circle with the scissors. Next, fold the circle in half, then fold it in half again 2 more times. Oh, and this is the same thing. So what shape do you need to cut? What shape do you need to cut the paper? It has to be a circle, right? Notice how you get the dotted lines around your answer. Okay.
Read the story about Christopher. Then answer the questions.
Okay, so you're going to read this on your own. I'm not going to read this to you. Well, actually, I should because this is a practice test. Okay, the year was 2415. Christopher looked out his window of his new house. Snowflakes fell from the sky. I don't like Earth, he said. Mom shook her head. That's because you are used to our home on Mars. When we get back to Mars in a few months, you'll like Earth better once the school starts. Christopher doubted that. On the planet Mars, no one goes to school. Everyone learns on their own computer in their own home. Then Christopher saw a woman stroll down the sidewalk. She had a dog on a leash. Mom had explained that people on Earth kept dogs as pets, but Christopher couldn't understand why. Dogs chewed, licked, shed their fur. Gross! On Mars, dogs only lived in zoos. Then Christopher saw a boy carrying something long and red. Mom, what is that? Mom looked outside. Oh, that's what's called a sled. When it snows, kids sit on them and slide down hills. You can really go fast, as fast as a rocket. Christopher smiled. Maybe this year would be fun. Okay, so what does this story say about life on Mars? There are no pet dogs. No. There are computers on Mars. There are sleds on Mars. We know there are computers on Mars, but the dogs were not pets because they were in the zoo and he had never seen a sled, so that couldn't be true. Okay. Which picture shows a woman strolling? And so I have to scroll down for this. And remember to show the person strolling. It's going to be this one right here. You're going to have the dotted lines. You only tap it once, and then you're at the end of the test. Okay. Now, our last test is going to be we did listening, speaking, reading. It's going to be writing. So we're going to log on to the writing test. Okay, sign in again. Boy, it's a long process to go through this. Select my grade. Remember, second and third grade will be taking the same test. And select, listen to the sound. I heard the sound, I see the click, put continue, begin test. And we're going to try to do the test all like in
Move
1
the
or 2
words
days.
to make the sentence.
There is a bridge over the river.
So there, so I need is. I'm going to tap with both my fingers on the mouse board and then drag it down. Is a bridge over the river. This is the drag and drop. Okay. So 2 fingers on the mouse board, 1 finger moves, the other stays down, push down, and it is much easier that way.
Move the letter to complete the word.
Okay.
Bear.
Same thing, push both fingers down, drag 1, blue, good. Arrow.
Look at this picture. Type a sentence to describe what you see. You may use words from the word bank to help you.
So this is the word bank. What's really important is that you put a capital, whatever you write. I see a girl and boy rowing. Notice how I use the word throw. I just added ing and that's fine. A ball back and forth. And this is another thing. You need to put a period. So remember to put a capital, remember to put a period, and check your writing. Make sure that, if you have any mistakes, you fix them before you go on to the next page. So they're really looking for capitals and periods. Okay, I'm going to end this test, and we are done with our practice tests.